it all came crashing down anyway. I lost everything. Literally went from, I think, $600,000 to $60. Scarcity doesn't protect me. What it does is it guarantees a loss in my life. I made decisions that kept me small, and understand that small things break very easy.
Yo, Big D in the house, baby. Relentless execution, you already know. This is for the dream chasers, the grinders, the doers. Let's get it. Relentless execution, we don't ever stop. Climbing to the top, we rise like a rocket. Big D's the name, yeah, I'm running the game. From the ground up, now they all know the name. Big D.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Big D Podcast. This is episode number 40. We've made it to number 40. What we're going to talk about today is how scarcity and how it will steal everything from you. Hey, if you're not following me on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, even Instagram, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. 75% of you who view my stuff do not even follow me or are subscribed. If you like the stuff that we put out, leave a comment. It really boosts our algorithm, and I really appreciate all of you engaging. So let's get into what the Big D Podcast is all about. Basically, the Big D Podcast, we focus on wealth, freedom, and relentless execution. So wealth is all about building financial power and sustainable success, and freedom is about gaining control over your time choices and your future. And relentless execution is all about taking massive action, overcoming obstacles, and making things happen without excuses. So welcome back, and I'm just going to let you know that today I may say some things that are going to piss you off, and that's okay because you need to hear it. You've been living like a prisoner, and the cell that you're trapped in, it's not the money, it's not your job, it's not your past, it's not your relationships. What it really is it's scarcity, and it will steal every single thing from you if you allow it to. So scarcity, understand, it's not just a mindset. It's actually a disease. It eats away at your confidence, your family, your money, your relationships, your peace, and it does this all very, very slowly. It makes you think that you're protecting yourself. It makes you think that, you know, life is a lot easier by avoiding the things that you actually have to do. But what you're really doing is you're actually shrinking yourself, and you're putting yourself in this little zone where you don't take action, where you don't go after what you're supposed to do. And you have this little voice inside of you that says, don't spend that money, you'll regret it. Don't trust that person, they're going to screw you. Don't dream too big, you're just going to get disappointed. But today on this episode, we're going to talk about how you spot scarcity in your life and how you kill it, and how you start living in abundance. Even before you feel ready, I'm going to show you how to do this, because you're not only cheating yourself, but you're cheating all the people who depend on you. So over the last 26 years in business, here's what I've learned. Scarcity doesn't announce itself like a car crash. It creeps in like fog. And you don't even realize it until there's a time that you don't even recognize or see yourself anymore. It shows up when you stay at maybe a dead-end job because at least it's a paycheck and it's paying the bills, and you have like this place of comfort. It'll hoard every dollar that you have because, you know, you're never going to know what's going to happen, and it's not going to allow you to go to places or do things. It's going to keep toxic friends around because you don't want to be alone. You're going to tell your kids throughout this process, as you're living in scarcity, that this is just how life is, and be realistic and just accept it. And these are the things that are going to start coming out of your mouth. But if you think back to years ago, you would have never said this stuff. You would have never been in this position. You thought and dreamed a lot bigger. You justify it by calling yourself responsible, humble, or safe, whatever it is. But what it really is it's fear. It's fear of loss, fear of failure, fear of not being enough. And the most dangerous part about this is that you're going to pass this down to your kids without even realizing it. I see men every single day grinding, hustling, but deep down, they're terrified. They don't take chances. They don't trust themselves. They live like they're already broke, even if they are making money. And understand something, that for a little time in my life, after I had some massive success and then everything fell apart, that was me. And I'll be honest, I grew up scared until I decided to take a chance on myself around 16 years old. But then from 16 to 26, life was great. But then everything fell apart and I started living in this scarcity place again. I was scared of being judged. I was scared of being broke again. I was scared of being alone. I stayed in a relationship for a long time just because I was scared of being alone. And I knew I should have been out of that relationship 10 years prior to my exit. And I ran in that life, and that fear ran in my life for years. When I was younger, I thought money was the answer to everything. So for 16 to 26, for that 10 years of my life, I chased money. I thought that if I made enough money, everyone would respect me. Everyone would love me. I'd feel safe. So I chased money super, super hard. And then one day, boom, it was gone. I built my business. I worked insane hours. I wore myself into the ground. I mean, literally like killing and destroying myself day in and day out. I thought I was being smart, but really I was chasing the dollar because I was scared that I was going to lose it all. And then one day I did. So I was actually living in scarcity long before I saw it. I didn't hire good people because I thought, why would I pay someone to do something that I can do? And this is a common problem with most business owners. They don't want to pay people for things that they can do, but not realizing that somebody out there is highly qualified to do that one thing that you know how to do. But unless that's the one thing that you're doing day in and day out, that person's going to outwork you, outperform you, and be able to get better results. But as business owners in the beginning, we don't want to spend the money because we want to keep as much as we can, not realizing that the more we put in, the more we're going to get out. And it's not the more we put in of our time, it's the more that we invest to grow. I didn't invest in my health. So I was, in this bodybuilding realm in the early parts of my life from 16 to like 22, 23 years old. And then after that, I just stopped. I had an injury. I didn't invest in my health because I didn't have time for that. I didn't have time to work out the way I was working out back then. I stayed in business relationships way too long because I thought, hey, maybe other people don't want to work with me, so I'm just going to work with these people. Maybe they're screwing me over. Maybe they're not. I don't know. I didn't know. But I built these relationships, and I felt like it was safer to keep them than to get rid of them. I sometimes underpriced myself because I just wanted to get the job, and I thought people wouldn't pay more. And guess what? Throughout all this, it all came crashing down anyway. I lost everything. I literally went from, I think, $600,000 to $60. And at the end of the day, it's because I lived in this place where I tried to keep everything, I hoard everything, do everything. Years later, I built my business in a different way. And I was hoarding again. I was doing things that I shouldn't have been doing. I should have outsourced things. I was trusting people I shouldn't have entrusted. People stole from me. I had a heart attack. I trusted in other people. I had major lawsuits. Things that all came. Clients turned on me. Everything I thought that I was protecting, gone once again. And then I realized scarcity doesn't protect me. What it does is it guarantees a loss in my life. And I'm done losing. Listen, we're going to fail. We're going to fail forward. We're always going to fail. But I was tired of feeling like a loser. I was tired of feeling like I've built so much and so much is gone, and living in this place where I'm trying to hold on to everything. But at the end of the day, I'm just losing everything. Because I lived scared, I made decisions that kept me small, and understand that small things break very easy. So I'm going to break this down further for you because scarcity hides everywhere. Number one, it hides in money. You save, but you never invest. You stay broke in a business because it feels secure and it stays as something that you can calmly tell yourself you're doing well in. You refuse to charge what you're worth. You avoid hiring people that can help you grow. You call it being smart, but you're really scared of loss. Also, scarcity is in time. You fill your calendar with junk because it feels productive. You say yes to everybody because you're afraid to say no. You refuse to rest because you can't afford to. You think you're being a hard worker, but really you're afraid of slowing down because you don't trust yourself. Hey guys, quick interruption to the show. We have Joe and Micah here from Ability Tree. Joe, why don't you share with us what you do at Ability Tree?
Hey, yeah, thank you, Dan. So we come alongside families impacted by disability by providing rest, recreation, education, support, and training, basically bringing families impacted by disability out of isolation into community.
Awesome. Hey guys, after this video, you're going to see a link in the caption. Make sure you check out Ability Tree and check out his mission here with Micah. Awesome. Scarcity also lies in relationships. This one's big. You stay in relationships that drain you because there's somebody there and you're not alone. You avoid conversations because you're scared of the conflict. You refuse to open up because you're scared of being hurt. You call it loyalty, but really you're afraid to be alone. Scarcity also lies in identity. Identity, you cling to the old version of yourself because that's just who you are. You claim, this is who I am. You play small because nobody accuses you of being arrogant. You downplay your dreams because when you do dream, people actually laugh at you and they tell you it's unachievable, so you'd rather just live in this safe space. You call it being humble, but really you're afraid to be seen. Scarcity cannot be fixed with more money or more success because it's not about what you have. It's about who you believe you are. Number one, you have to own your presence. Walk into every single room like you belong there because you do. Stand tall, look people in the eye, and stop apologizing for taking up space. Also, invest in yourself. Biggest thing and best thing you can ever do is hire a coach. I'm a business coach. I'm not telling you to hire me, but as a business coach, I've had coaches my entire career. Join masterminds, other people like-minded who are going places where you are going or where you want to go. Buy the better tools that are going to equip you for a better future. Always sharpen your tools. When you invest yourself, something happens. You teach your mind that you're worth it and that there's always room for more. Another thing that you should do is you should give generously. So many people I know, when you talk about giving, donating, tithing, whatever it is, they don't do any of it. I can't do that. I can't afford that. I can't do that. When you have this stronghold on whatever you have and you don't let any of it go, there's a natural reaction that it's not going to grow. But when you start letting go and giving back, giving to others, doing for others, there's this law of reciprocation where your plant literally starts getting water without you even feeding it, just by the things that you're doing and by the things that you're participating in. Scarcity shrinks a lot when you start giving. When you give your time, when you give your money, when you give your attention. And it's not because you have extra. It's because it reminds you about how much you already have. Remember, You have more than somebody that has less than you. Again, you have more because there's people out there that do have less than you that would wish and love to be in your position. Just like you would wish and love to be in someone else's position. Another thing is you have to find a stronger circle. I talk about this so very often. If you're surrounded by people who complain, hoard, gossip, guess what? You're doing the same thing too. Find people who make you feel like you're not thinking small and that you're going after bigger dreams. If you're always the smartest guy or girl in the room, reality is you need to find a new room. Another thing you could do is take bolder swings. Too many of you play it safe. Stop trying to avoid a loss by playing to win. Okay? Start playing to win, because if you play to win, you're going to win bigger games. But if you try to avoid a loss and just try to win, oftentimes you're going to lose. Take bigger risks. Say yes to scary opportunities. If something's scary, if something's fearful, if something's actually going to take work, it's probably worth it. Anything that's easy or doesn't involve high work on your end, oftentimes isn't going to pay you a big result. Speak up when it matters. Oftentimes we're too silent about things that we need to speak up about, especially at times that matter. Another thing you can do is remind yourself what's at stake. I don't live in your world. I don't live your life. But what I can tell you is this. Look at your kids. Look at your spouse. Look at your damn reflection, your own damn reflection. What do you see when you look at yourself in the mirror? Ask yourself, if I keep living like this, what will they learn? What will they inherit? Your kids don't need a scared, small thinking, silent father. They need a man who's alive. Let me show you what it looks like when you actually kill scarcity. Howard Schultz, guys own Starbucks, grew up in the projects, invested everything he had in Starbucks, took risks even when everybody didn't believe in him. Now, what he's done is he's changed millions of lives based on persistence and not being scared because he knew what he was going after. Sarah Blakely, she created Spanx. She had $5,000 and no connections. Because she believed what was possible, she did something that created a massive organization and brand from not being scared. Will Smith said, being realistic is the most common path to mediocrity, and bet everything on himself and look at what he's done in his life. And if you're as old as me, you remember like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I mean, look at what he's done from that to what he's done today. Everything he's been able to achieve, overcome, and what he's been able to build because he wasn't scared to go after exactly what he knew he deserved. Myself, I tell you, finally, when I invested in my health, hired smarter people, hired more and better coaches, and I stopped playing scared, I started winning the game bigger than ever. I stopped hoarding because I started building. I stopped trying to be in control of everything, and I started putting people in control. And by doing this, I allowed myself to buy my most valuable asset back, which was my time, and be able to do other things day in and day out, so I wasn't working 10 hours a day. I wasn't working 12 hours a day. If you really looked at how many hours a day I work, I mean, maybe 4, maybe 3, sometimes 2, sometimes none. Because I have developed systems and processes and been able to prove that people and money can work for you as long as you're willing to allow it. Just understand that you're not broke, you're not stuck, and you're not done. You're scared, and you don't have to be scared anymore. Scarcity is going to steal all the money. It's going to steal your family away. It's going to steal your confidence, and it's not going to allow you to build your legacy. Only if you let it. But the good news is you can stop now. You don't have to continue living this way. You can choose abundance. You can choose to take risks. You can choose to start growing. And what I can tell you is once you choose to stop living in scarcity, everything about you is going to change. Here's what I think you should do. Today, write down 3 ways that scarcity shows up in your life right now. Write down 3 actions that you're going to take this week to kill it and what you're going to do to attack that. And tell someone that you're doing it and let them hold you accountable. Write it down in your journal. What are you doing? What are you doing to change? Why are you changing? And what's the outcome going to be when you do change? And keep yourself and hold yourself accountable along with somebody else holding you accountable, and watch how life changes right in front of you. If you're all in, go all in. Don't play safe. Playing it safe has gotten you to this point, and it's not going to get you to the places you deserve. Check out my 7-day blueprint challenge on my website, dansikowski.com. Top banner at the top of the page. Click it. It's free. 7 days to get you back in line, get you back in gear where you need to be. Apply for coaching. If you're looking for a business coach, apply online. I'll see if we can work together. If we can't work together, I can refer you to somebody who I believe is good for you. If you want to take a look at some other people who are in business, some other people who've made decisions, stop living in scarcity, overcame fear, check out my other podcast, intrepidistmovement.com. You'll see a number of stories of people who literally stepped outside of their comfort zone, created something significant, and today are changing lives one by one. So guys, also I want to throw a shout out to everyone who helps me rep this mission of the Big D podcast. Life Out There Apparel, got a hat on right here. My man Mark, incredible individual. Not only is he doing big things, he checks in with me weekly, make sure I'm doing good. He actually texted me yesterday. I got to text him back. He has an amazing story. He's got an amazing family, and their mission is so purpose-driven. So check out lifeoutthereapparel.com. Use code BIGD10 and support Mark's mission. Also, Proud Father Apparel. I have another batch of stuff coming from those guys. Big in the fatherhood world, doing things for dad, hardworking dads that go out there and support their families, not deadbeat dads. So check out proudfatherapparel.com. Use code BIGD15 and support their mission as well. Got a brand new sponsor here on the Big D podcast. We got Wabam here. Wabam is, those of you guys who know, I like to keep all my stuff clean and nice. Wabam has all the stuff for detailing your car, your boats, your motorcycles, whatever it is. They've got a full line of stuff. I just have 2 of my favorite products that they have here. They got the air freshener, the Wabam Fresh air freshener. I love it. It smells amazing. And the Wabam Whiplash. Okay, it's just a quick detailer. Check them out at getwabam.com and use code BIGD10 if you like to keep your stuff sharp. Check out Wabam because they have the most incredible products on the marketplace to keep your stuff looking good. And also, guys, abilitytree.org. You've heard me talk about it before in other episodes. Organization that helps families with children with disabilities. Huge cheerleader for these guys. They are my charity of choice. Check out abilitytree.org by looking at what they're doing and see if you can support the mission. Anything helps. Like I said, $1 for a cup of coffee versus $1 to support a family in need, whatever it is. They don't ask for much, whatever you can give. And I could just tell you guys that I am so thankful and grateful for all the partnerships and everyone who's helped supported the Big D podcast and continuing to move forward. This is episode 40. This is a huge milestone, and I appreciate all of you who are listening and do listen and do engage and do support our mission. So I appreciate you. So in closing here, guys, you have two choices. Keep gripping so tight to the little things that you have in life, or go after that life and choke it to death, kill it, and open up your hand and start taking the risk for something bigger. Scarcity is a liar. Abundance is a decision. Make it happen today. Let's go. And again, if you're not following me on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, go ahead and do so. It's also check me out on Instagram. I appreciate you guys. We'll see you next episode.
Yo, Big D in the house, baby. Relentless execution, you already know. This is for the dream chasers, the grinders, the doers. Let's get it. Relentless execution, we don't ever stop. Climbing to the top, we rise like a rocket. Big D's the name, yeah, I'm running the game. From the ground up, now they all know the name. Big D. Started from the bottom, had a vision so clear. Building empires from the sweat and the tears. Serial entrepreneur, that's the brand I wear. In the game for the long haul, I'm always prepared. From the business to the podcast, always making moves. Every step calculated, never losing the groove. Study the greats, now I'm making my own rules. Success in my blood, ain't no way I'll lose. I got systems, got strategies, laid out the plan. Built a dynamic lifestyle, that's the Big D brand. Raised a family on vision, now I take a stand. Roadmap to success, it's in the palm of my hand. Relentless execution, we don't ever stop.